What you don't see here right now is the last several days of setting up this show. And,
which is probably a good thing.
It's probably a good thing, right? But there was just a great give and take here that, in line with the creativity in the works, there was creativity in this installation.
Just sort of, you know, the works address this issue of FigureGround in lots of different ways. So mine tend to be kind of formal with that abstract form against a real simple background.
So this piece that's on the lights, you know, you guys have this lighting system that's, you know, a little bit unique. You know, you don't go to many galleries and see this kind of a lighting system. So I was sort of struck by that, and I talked to Paul about this early on, and wanted to sort of try to make an intervention with that in a way.
As far as the development of these things, I've just tried to exercise it through combining them in these plaster molds, and also just building off the plastic molds themselves. And I feel like that helps this kind of relationship between them. But there's also this idea of some of the paintings have this kind of high gloss to them so that you can somewhat see your own reflection in it. As well as some of the sculptures, especially the one around to the right that uses mylar for the figure themselves, the viewer themselves, to kind of see their own reflection in the piece. Because I ultimately feel like we're kind of, the modern society is bonded through these things. So I guess that's kind of my relationship to the ground element.
If you look at my work, you're like, then maybe you might have to justify the figure-ground relationship, but I see it as working with the figure, which could be any sort of an object, and the ground being space itself. And so when you start looking in those kind of terms, many things seem to fit.
This is about articulating form to space, so you could think of it as just like a body in space, a shape against a background, something like that. And all four of us, our works kind of in some way deal with that, although I don't think we generally think about it when we're making the work.
The other thing that I want to point out is all four of us are teachers here. I teach at the high school level. Everybody else is teaching at the college level, and I think that's another key component of the art and the personalities that are here right now.
As I started to collect them, I just became really aware of this kind of hidden language, this kind of symbolism through these forms of our habits. You know, so many of our technologies, our food products, so many different things come in this packaging, and it's so discarded. It's become a big problem in the Pacific Ocean. It's become something of considerable debate, and I've also just kind of seduced by the forms.
It's just been a great week up here, all the way around. It culminates in this show, and again, I think that's contained here. The vibe of this town, this landscape, Mount Shasta, is here, you know, even though we're not from here. It's here in this room, so thank you very much.
And any other questions, I like to remain as questions. So I don't know.